important thing whenever doing this exercise is to go slow and think about what you're doing the whole time, because otherwise I could, it was a few times when I was lazy and I wasn't thinking about what I was doing as far as the transfer, um, trying to maintain my balance. Those two things are really important whenever trying to get on this flat bench, because this flat bench is a little bit narrow, and it's not. I mean, the bench is not really anchored down, so the bench could topple over to one of the sides, um, if I don't pay attention. See, if you notice, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, always keep a hand on the flat bench, um, so that way I have something that will anchor me down. I have an anchor attached to the flat bench, so that way, so if my torso moves around, gets a little floppy, then I can straighten myself up, with being held on to the flat bench pretty good. Um, I can just kind of tighten up my grip on the flat bench, and I will be, you know, I can kind of straighten myself up again. Another thing that I did was I put I had the sponges. One of my YouTube friends gave me some sponges, so I'm using those here. Um, and another thing that I did, a little bit extra also, and I didn't do this last time I did these press exercises, was I didn't, this time I'm using a belt that I got over at Big 5, that athletic store, Big 5, and I think it's a weightlifting belt, for squatting or something like that, but it works pretty good. I use it to wrap it around my chest, so I wrap it around my chest, but then the other end I wrap around the flat bench, so it's all connected. So my torso is connected to the flat bench, and that way I don't really fall over. If you notice right there in the front, in the beginning of this video, whenever I started to push the weight up, then I started to have a little bit of kind of wobbliness. So that's why it's nice to have the belt to to kind of keep myself stable. If I accidentally, if I didn't have the belt holding me to the flat bench, then the weights might accidentally easier pull me over to the sides. I still can be pulled over to the side with the belt around my chest, but definitely not as easy. So, and I also found out that what I'm doing is, if I am increasing the weight a little bit, and if I'm putting my hands out to the sides whenever I'm pushing the weights, then it works quite a bit of the upper part of the chest, the part of the pec muscles. So like right here, got a pretty good workout. I was kind of upset because I wasn't able to finish all the reps that I desired whenever I was doing these exercises. I wasn't able to finish all the sets that I wanted, because I was so afraid that I was going to do a little bit too much, I didn't want to. I didn't want to screw up my I didn't want to tear a muscle or anything like that in my chest, and so I was kind of trying to be careful. Um, Something else I was going to say. So there's a hold. I do the hold there, and like I said, I got a pretty good workout upper part of my chest. Uh, it's almost like a ripping, kind of a ripping sensation that I got in the upper part of my chest. Um, I didn't I didn't want to go too far, uh, push too hard with the upper chest because I just didn't know if I could handle it. I didn't know if I could handle the weight because my my chest was getting kind of tired and it was shaking a little. I was starting to tremble a little bit.